Oh, this thing called love. But I just can't handle it, this thing called love. I must get rid of it, ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. Well, this thing called love, it cries, it cradle all night, it swings, it jives, it shakes all over like a jellyfish. I kind of like it. Crazy little thing called love.
Anyway, and now he calls it a golden age, and he says you're always bitching about, against those vices. Well, I'm not the one out there screwing people. Amazingly, that's my fault, and he attempts to lay it off on you and say it's your fault. We have to reboot it because it's gotten so bad now it's reached the top, right, or something along those lines. It's just a scam. Now, it's also an excellent justification for the corruption. He said it. He said, "Oh, it's fine. It's cool. It happens. We'll just make sure the lower orders don't get their cut." That's what he said. And for the need to magically reboot and suppress the lower orders who are bitching by burning them out in a reformation. That's all that ever is, religion, etc. Now, on to the Fable of the Beast, 1732, which, if you ask me, which extols further the fractionalization of labor, communism, to induce interdependence with different names. The same game, same people. Just different names. And they got to fractionalize and keep busting the hole into more and more and more. Ponzi scam must get more complicated in order to survive. And when you cannot fractionalize it anymore, it fails. Okay? Because you eventually figure it out. And you don't want to play no more. Okay? Okay. They've tried to beat that. People like Mandeville and the others, they've tried to beat it out of you, or train it out of you, breed it out of you, school it out of you, but the whole point is it doesn't work. They can't beat it. Now, I don't care what Orwell seems to think. I can look around the world right now and tell you here and now Orwell was full of shit, because it won't ever happen. Not in the way that Orwell would like. On paper, it works great. In real world, no, sir. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. He tried, though. The others have tried. They just can't win. They can't win. They can always get 75%. Okay, let's assume they get 95%. That means they don't get everybody else. And everybody else is a thorn in their side, and always will be. And those people are made on time. I am a direct result of the bullshit they have pulled. Right? They created the Frankenstein monster, and I'm going after them. They did that, and they know they did that, and they quantify that just like the Matrix movie, right? What did the architect say to Neo? I know what you are. You are a mathematical oddity, and I've already planned for you. I've already planned for you because this game's so old. I've run through so many versions. It's really easy to see what's coming, and you are one of them that comes. And now here's a limited set of choices. Well, I hate to tell you, the Matrix ended all wrong, because all he did was a prisoner dilemma and game theory and the voter trap. He gave him a very select, specific set of choices. Neo didn't have to take any of them, because you forget, they don't know all the choices. They'll tell you different. But I can tell you they're absolutely wrong, but I'm not going to tell you my tricks. That's the way that goes. Now, here's the Fable of the Beast, 1732. When once men come to be governed by written laws, all the rest comes on apace. Now, exactly who writes those magic written laws? And it's not you. So, there's no benefit there, is there? Now, property and safety of life and limb may be secured. How? Bond, bill, or note in the corporation? Or, different names of the same game. It's all slavery. If you're not a slave, you wouldn't be in your government right now. Okay? That's as easy as that is. Now, it's self-made slavery, and all they're doing is offering it to you. But anyway, let's move on. This naturally will forward the love of peace. Whose? Why do I? What? So they start a war, and I love war, and then they tell me I should love peace, so I love peace. Right? Wrong? No. They don't tell me anything. What do they tell you? Infections are also like that. So I hate to tell you kids, take some penicillin and it'll stop that. No number of men, when once they enjoy quiet, and no man needs to fear his neighbor, will be long without learning to divide and subdivide their labor. Now, all that does is weaken you. And he's not talking about you dividing and subdividing. He's talking about him telling you to divide and subdivide. Now, communism sounds great until you're the worker bee, and Mandeville was not. Now, as always, he leaves out who will be the judge of the model to be used. Who will be the judge that the Waffle Hut model will be what the Federal Reserve uses? Is it me? No, it's not me, nor a consensus of me. Anyway, man, as I have hinted before, naturally loves to imitate what he sees others do, which is the reason, and here comes your explanation on the contemptible branches, which is the reason that savage people all do the same thing. You are the savage. And he's getting ready to tell you exactly what he thinks of you. Are you ready? This hinders them from ameliorating their condition, though they are always wishing for it. So, bingo, Scammer was his name-o. I mean, I knew he would say it eventually. In this case, he's saying you are too stupid to better yourself for the amelioration of the ruling class, who always say the same thing. Do better. Me needs more cakes. That's all it is. And I also like that, unbeknownst to me, I wish always for some two-bit shyster to screw me. And I walk around every day being too stupid to know that I want to get screwed by somebody else. Mandeville was a scam artist and nothing to it. Now this one. But if one will wholly apply himself to the making of bows and arrows, whilst another provides food, a third builds huts, a fourth makes garments, and a fifth utensils, they not only become useful to one another, or as I would say, interdependency, but the callings and employments themselves will in the same number of years receive much greater improvements. Now, why do I care about greater improvements? Who would care about that? Me? No. I just need to get shit done and have people leave me alone. So who wants it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Than if all had been promiscuously followed by every one of the five, meaning each branch of whatever he said would just stick to themselves and do it their way and naturally evolve tools. He's saying, nah, screw it, we just got to beat the system. And then we'll just control it all, because we get the benefit of it. Not you, we. Now, the way I see him in that paragraph saying, it's, in other words, your ass ain't working the plow fast enough, moron. Hurry up and become a commie or you're fired permanently. Now, I'm not stupid, so I don't know. I don't get how people misconstrue what he is saying as some type of genius or even economics when it's just scam artistry and the same exact communism over and over and over. I mean, do people seriously not catch that today, Ron Paul, Herman Cain, and every single one of them sons of bitches are promoting the exact same thing as Mandeville in 1705. Awesome. Now, the truth of what you say is in nothing so conspicuous as it is in the watchmaking, which has come to a higher degree of perfection. Now, let me throw in an arbitrary if the top says, ooh, that's better than before, right? It's not you deciding it's better. Anyway, than it would have been arrived at yet if the whole had always remained the employment of one person. Now, he's getting around it by saying the employment of one person, but he means I'm not part of everybody else, so my watchmaking sticks with me, right? Okay, naturally evolving. And I am persuaded that even the plenty we have of clocks and watches, as well as the exactness and beauty they may be made of, are chiefly owing to the division that has been made of that art into many branches. And again, it's a scam artist. That's all it is. That's all it is. And as always, we have to divide and subdivide, because one man can't learn it all, which is horse shit. I could have learned it all had I started as a child in a true school, right? A true free educational system, which I've never seen, right? Because I'm your age, right? It's kind of obvious, right? Had I been left alone, what could I have done? Now I'm showing people what I can do without them, and they don't like that. And you should remember that, because I no longer use that crutch, and that crutch was provided to me to keep me on the crutch, okay? It was not to free me. If it was to free me, they would have said, go your own way, master, just get on it. But they didn't, did they? No, they did not. And Mandeville is telling you, what we've got to do is redo the subdivisions. We've got to get rid of these names and those branches, rename and reboot, and they'll quit their bitching, and we'll begin again. That's all that is. That's all that is. Now, all I can tell you is why would I get paid little to nothing to work behind the company plow when I can work in front of the company plow when I can work behind my own? I don't have to be the mule for them. Right? I can go get a mule and do my own work. And it's always for the mystical betterment of all, except you never meet Mr. All. But you always meet a whip telling you to work harder and faster their way, and that it's not working because of you. Now, you go blame a politician because it's not working, because his job is to do what Mandeville just said. Bullshit you. That's his job. Anyway, so there you go on Mr. Bernie Mandeville, who I wouldn't hire. He might make a good Waffle Hut employee or a pancake house and running those models, but I have no interest whatsoever. You know, and people think Ford was the first one. No, Ford was the first one to refractionalize these ideas, right? It's taking it into a specific car making and then fractionalize it out, which sounds great until your wages are drove through the ground and you're making nothing but pure shit and numbers. It's got to be numbers. Got to be more, better, well, actually more cheaper made, shittier versions faster. Now, that does not benefit you. All you get is sub quality products that don't last. And they'll tell you, well, we got to give everybody a job. That's not their decision. And I don't care what the people on Wall Street or my government say, or what their government says. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, right? Yes. Because no matter what they say, it always comes back to the same part of they don't speak for me. I'll be man enough to speak for myself. So, there you go. There's Mandeville and how I see him. And that was in 1705. And Ron Paul, Herman Cain, Mitt Romney, every single Democrat and Republican as read off of the same game plan out of the same playbook for the last 5,000 years. And they do not realize it because they are products of that system. And then when it comes time to reboot, they're not even going to realize what they're going to do. Well, not all of them, but some of them do. Anyway, have fun, kids.